attention to the front. We're not worried about anything else. Reset ourselves. Pay attention up here, Jamario. Go ahead, ma'am. So, we know for 16 years it wasn't the same Meerkats. They were the same group, but there was births. There was also deaths. So within those births were replacing those deaths, okay? So they were not the same Meerkats. You had new Meerkats being born on a daily basis. You had older Meerkats dying over time. All right, next page in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up if you're on page 2. Quick thumb, quick thumb. We have a lab. We've already birthed some time. So that means everybody's attention must be on this video as we watch it. If you miss the video, what's going to occur is you're going to mess up the lab. This lab is very tedious. You must listen to what's going on. Important detail. Thumbs up again if you're on page 2. Do not waste time, ma'am. Don't need all that. Thumb up. Wait for thumb. Put the rubber bands up. Thank you so much. Please chill out there till you get up. And what about the bands right now? Thumbs up if you're on page 2. I'm looking for 100%. Let's reset ourselves. Are you on page 2? Are you on page 2? Thumb up, sir. Mariana, the next step is out the door. You on page 2, sir? Where's your thumb? Where's your thumb? So, I won't be correcting you again. Next step be out the door, okay? And I'm gonna say that again. All right, here we go. So here's the lab. I changed it up some. We'll be using these type of noodles. You can have 14 apiece. Where you're sitting, you will see cups. So when I say hand the cups back, you take, I'm talking. If you're caught talking or playing, that's a level 2. The next step will be a level 3 and reset. There will be no more conversation, it'll be redirected. If you miss anything on this lab, it will hurt your grade on this pack. You need to be paying attention to words, not playing and talking. Hand down. Nobody will be getting up anymore for a period of time. We got a 20-minute lab that we must complete before class is over with. You've already shortened it, so we're gonna have it at 10. You have a lot of work you have to get done. Here we go. So, with that said, please watch the video.
So for this activity, we are going to use the birth and death token model. Now, I know we're at home and we don't have everything, but it's actually pretty easy to set up ourselves. Today, we are going to look at how the births and deaths are always happening in a population, and how does the number of births and deaths in a population affect its size. So we're going to try 3 different missions in order to figure this out. But to get ourselves set up, we need a piece of paper with a circle on it that says population. Now you need 14 small items of the same thing. I'm lucky that I have tokens, but not everything.
Hand it out the papers now for your group. Draw the circle and write the word population on it.
Pieces of paper or post-it.
Make sure your name's on it.
Pistachios or another type of nut.
You don't need to talk.
Hungry. Cranberries is another example, and I didn't want to open up these bag of beans, but dried beans would be fine. You're going to start with 14 tokens inside the circle that you created on your sheet to start the population off with 14 organisms. Every year, 1, 2, or 3 organisms must die, and 1 or 2 or 3 organisms must be born. How many is up to you. To make an organism die, you need to remove it and place it in a cup. To bring it back or to create some births, you will add it from the cup to your population circle. And you will count this as 1 birth. You need to repeat this until you have modeled 16 years. So every year that you do this activity, some population or some organisms in the population must die and some must be born. You can only make 1, 2, or 3 organisms die, so you can remove 3, or 2 or 1, or then you can add 1, 2, or 3 births as well. I know this is a lot of direction, but once I show you, hopefully it makes sense. At the end of 6 years, you need to total up the births and deaths and record it right here. 2, and then add 1. So what did I do there? I made 2 deaths and 1 birth, which means I am now at 13. I started with 14 organisms, but I'm now at 13. So maybe my next year I want to make 1 die and add 3 births. Remember, I can only manipulate 1 to 3 births or deaths at a time. Now if I count in this population, I have 15 organisms. So I believe I made 1 die and 3 births. So that is an example, and I will keep going up till 6 years, and I will total it at the end. Remember, the goal is to stay roughly the same in numbers. So I'm not putting this in, that you do this activity. Some population or some organ.
So basically, this is what she's saying. You got 6 years to go, okay? So in that 6 years, you have to place, we only using 14. So he give you a couple noodles, you only gonna use 14 of those noodles. So in that time frame, what you're gonna do is with your sheet here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna show me the life expectancy between birth, death of the organism. So we have 14 organisms, okay? I'm talking, you're not. Make sure. Okay. 100%. Man, everybody write down 14 organisms at the top of your paper. The blank paper.
Shells.
Yeah, 14 shells.
I don't got a paper.
Yeah, 14 shells. You got to join the group, so you have to come over here and join the group. So this is an empty group right here. Sit down. Like I
Good job, Micaiah. She has started. Micaiah has 5 shells on her paper so far. How many do we need?
We need 14 shells. Jack, turn around, make sure your group got your shells. You see nobody turn around talking. You find a seat, sir. Make sure you have 14 shells laid out on the paper.
Kristen and Jemiah has 14 shells on their paper. Jemiah, you have 10 more shells left, so that's 10, 9, 8, 7. By the time I get to 0, you should all have 14 shells. 6, 4, 2, and 1.
Please get down to quick pace, 14 shells. All right, we go. Every year you have 1, 2, or 3 organisms must die, and 1, 2, or 3 organisms must be born. Now miles aside into directions. Every year you have 1, 2, or 3 organisms die. You also have 1, 2, or 3 organisms that live or born. So here we go. How much is up to you to make an organism die? Remove it from the population and add it back to the cup. So everybody remove 1, back and run it from there, put it back in the cup. What does this represent? 1 death. Okay? That represents 1 death. So what we're going to do is, it also says to make an organism die, remove it from the population, add it back to the cup. Count this as 1 death. So on the side of the paper, write down 1 death. On your paper, 1 death. Just write on the paper that you got the circle on. Keep notes, basically. 30 seconds. Well, 10 seconds. Make sure you write 1 death. Okay, I got Katie here. 1 death. Katie has already got it grouped together. They wrote down 1 death. Krista has 1 death run on her paper. Yeah, sometimes. I love you anyway, either way. All right, Jamari, don't get right down this 1 death. Here we go. Voices off. Here we go. To make an organism be born, add 1 token from the cup to the circle. Count this as 1 birth. Now you should be adding 1 back to your paper. Write 1 birth on your paper. Make sure all your names on top of the sheet. Makai's group is already there. It's right here. It's right here. You only got the population. So then we're gonna translate. I'll just give an example. Do this, you're gonna have on this, you gotta write on the population first, then translate it over. So it's like they can keep us on like finger check mark. Here we go, voices off. Voices off. You're going to repeat until you have molded a model 6 years. Voices off. Wait. 5, 4. You set yourself in 3. Voices should be off in 2. Waiting on the car. Waiting on the car. Now what about this? Waiting on Jamario. I stated our voices should be off so we can continue on our direction. Don't giggle and no anything. Y'all ready? Yes. Here we go. You're going to repeat this until you have 6 years model. At the end of every year, record the number of births, deaths, and organisms on your chart. Okay, so we're going to do this for 6 years. All right? So if you see year 1 through year 6 is at the top, you already did 1 birth and 1 death. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to write on your chart 1 birth, 1 death. In your chart, the first year. First year. 1 birth, 1 death. So if you see our chart right here, it says we're not talking, we're listening. Y'all here pay attention. You should have 14 on your paper because you replaced it. I'm waiting on everybody's mouth to be closed. Your mouth must be zipped. Here we go. On your graph chart, in year 1, you should write 1 for death and 1 for birth. 1 for death, 1 for birth. 1 for death, 1 for birth. Now the question is, how many organisms do we have on the sheet? 14. You're going to write 14 at the bottom. 14 at the bottom. 14 at the bottom. Mario is already there. Alright? So, at the end of every year, record the number of births, deaths, and organisms on the chart. At the end of 6 years, add up the total numbers of births and deaths and record it at the total column. So, once you have filled out this chart, ma'am, at the back, you will see the total column on the left-hand side. You're going to add all those births and deaths up for a total. Okay? So what are we going to do at the end of the 6 years? Put it in the total. If you're talking, that's a level 3. You will not be talking again. Redirection is not going to continue to happen. Be quiet. That's not hard to do. Because what's going to happen, you're going to be asking me for help when you're not listening. Here we go. So, I'm going to run this video for a few more seconds, and we're going to go from there. So right now what you're going to do is you're going to just play with it. Pull them out off, pull them out. So if you're going to do 3 or 4, take the 3 or 4 off. You're going to put it in. There's no right or wrong answers in the chart. You're basically playing with the total. You're going to do mission 1, and then when we're going to start with on mission 1. You got to keep it the same size. So if you look at mission 1, it says make the population same. That's a level 3. I said no talking while I'm talking. Don't care, you're still opening your mouth talking. That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove anything. Here we go. So mission 1 says make the population size stay the same over time. So for example, we just made it the same by doing what? Removing 1 and doing what? Adding 1. So the next step will be what? Removing 2, adding 2. So right now you only got 3 minutes to finish the first mission 1. 3 minutes starts now. Thank you to a bunch of Mario group there at level 1. side's the same. If I took you out the classroom, the number of students will drop by 1. If I bring you back, it will increase by 1. That means that I'm keeping this whole classroom even, balanced out. So somebody in your household, let's say somebody right now outside, let's say somebody in the world is dying. There's also somebody in the world that's doing work. Being born. So you have to keep them balanced. You can't have too many people dying and everybody being born. And then guess what? The population drops drastically. So that's the only thing you do. Because if it drops and we lose equity, we also lose value. Okay? You have 1 minute and 40 seconds. Don't say 3, 2, you have one keep the same side. So keep the same side the same. Don't say 2 and 2, 3, 4 and 4. So they said same side, they mean that for every person in the world is dying, there's also somebody going what? Somebody dying in this world is on the other end of the world, what's happening? Somebody being born. That's what they mean by same side. And we weren't playing. Tomorrow group is done. Want to kill buck? You guys know right there, you're looking for 14? We done. Alright, thumbs up when you're done. Thumbs up when you're done. Voice is off. Voice is off. Voice is off. Wait on thumbs if you're done. Okay, I got 3 groups. You should be paying attention to your group. Nobody else group. Stay focused. Kane and Jose, they have completed their paper on a level 0. Alright, voices up in 5. Tracking in front in 4. Waiting on all eyes. Waiting on all voices to be off. Tracking in front in 3. Tracking in front in 2. Waiting on my front right here for voices to be off. Waiting back here for my voice to be off. Back in the back. Waiting on all eyes. Pencil should be down. Wait for all eyes, ma'am. All eyes. Number 1. I'll wait. Wait for 100%. So you got something right here. Don't. All eyes should be tracking the front. That is not hard to do. MJ, I'm waiting on your eyes. That thing is pencil down. Bryson, Picard, waiting on your eyes. If I have to say it again, we will be at a level 3 for half. They're not following directions. The statement was pencil down, track the front, voices off. I still see people playing, smiling, playing around, talking.
They not meeting expectation, go ahead and take that level to the mirror so they losing out on the show.
Here we go. So, what you're gonna do is for the mission 2 and 3 will be your homework. You can easily do this at home with Candy. You do it with Bean.